It started like every small-town story. Cheap coffee, long roads, and a boy who thought love could save him. At 18, Tyler Hayes didn't want money. He wanted forever. But forever doesn't come cheap. Tyler grew up in Ridgefield, Ohio, a town that blinked off a map after sunset. Gas stations, rusted fences, a single diner that smelled like burnt toast and bad decisions. His mother worked double shifts. His father was a ghost in a picture frame. He spent nights fixing old engines in a friend's garage, headphones drowning out the emptiness. That's where he met her, Mia Collins, 17, new in town, a waitress at the diner, whose smile looked borrowed from a better life. She served him coffee one night, and he left a $5 tip he couldn't afford. They talked for hours in the parking lot afterward, about escape, oceans, places where nobody knew their names. Two broken kids sketching paradise on a cracked asphalt canvas. Summer turned into a ritual. Midnight drives, cheap cigarettes, plans whispered under streetlights like vows. They promised each other a future. Just us, somewhere warm. But love in Ridgefield was never just love. It was survival dressed as a daydream. Mia's home was chaos. A stepfather who drank more than he spoke. A mother whose silence was bruised and permanent. Tyler saw the marks once. The kind that tell you everything words won't. He swore he'd get her out. She just smiled and said, "Then let's do it fast." The idea was born one night behind the diner. Rain dripping from the roof. Tyler joking. "Your stepdad worked security at the bank, right? Maybe he could leave the door open for us." He laughed. She didn't. A week later, she brought up again, this time, not as a joke. She said her stepfather bragged about money the bank kept in reserve. Old bills marked for shredding, sitting in the vault waiting to disappear. "If no one ever misses it," she whispered. "Does it even count as stealing?" Tyler hesitated. But love makes criminals out of dreamers. They started planning. Paper maps spread across Tyler's car hood. Hand-drawn sketches of hallways, doors, camera angles Mia claimed she'd seen on her stepfather's tablet. At first, it was fantasy, a secret rebellion against the lives they hated. Then it became something else. She found his key card. He borrowed a friend's Chevy van. Suddenly, the escape had coordinates. Mia said it wasn't about money. It was about revenge. Her stepfather, she claimed, was skimming cash from the vault, laundering it through shell accounts. If she took it first, she'd ruin him and set herself free. Tyler listened, heart pounding. Every word felt like gravity, pulling him closer to something he couldn't name. The night of the heist came with rain. Cold, relentless, streetlights bleeding across the windshield as Tyler gripped the steering wheel. He'd told himself it was just a job, just one night. Then they'd drive south until the map ran out. But in the pit of his stomach, something felt wrong. Mia was too calm, too quiet. They parked 2 blocks from the Ridgefield First National. 2:47 a.m. The town was asleep. Mia pulled the key card from her pocket, kissed him once, and whispered, "Forever starts tonight." Inside, the bank was colder than he imagined. Security lights flickered like dying stars. They moved fast, gloves on, duffel bags open, whispering numbers and codes. When the vault clicked open, Tyler felt his chest tighten. Stacks of cash. Real. Heavy. Terrifying. They loaded everything they could carry. Every second was a drumbeat. Every creak in the hallway. A countdown. Mia kept checking her watch. 3 minutes, she muttered. Then, 2. Tyler turned to grab another bundle and the alarm screamed. He froze. Mia didn't. She ran. By the time he reached the exit, she was gone. Only the echo of her footsteps and red lights spinning through rain. Tyler dropped the bag and raised his hands as police cars cornered him. The last thing he saw before the flood of blue lights was the empty street where Mia should have been. He didn't talk during interrogation, didn't name her, didn't even deny the charges. To the cops, he was just another lost kid who wanted fast money. To himself, he was a believer, convinced Mia would come back for him. She never did. He was sentenced to 5 years in state prison. While Ridgefield forgot his name, rumors about Mia spread like wildfire. Some said she fled to Florida. Others claimed she never existed, that he made her up, but the money was never found. 5 years later, Tyler walked out a free man into a world that kept turning without him. The sky felt wider, emptier. He went back to Ridgefield once, found the diner boarded up, the house he'd grown up and sold to strangers. Everything he knew was gone, except the memory of her. Then one night, in a motel outside Phoenix, he saw something. A local news segment, a boutique owner named Melissa Carter, opening a new store in Sedona. The face was older, sharper, but the eyes were Mia's. He packed his bag before the report even ended. No plan, no map, just the old Chevy, the same one from that night, still running on guilt and gasoline. Tyler drove west for 2 days straight. No music, no calls, just the sound of tires humming across desert asphalt and the ghost of a girl whispering through the static. Every motel felt like deja vu. Faded carpets, buzzing lights, the same hollow clock ticking above an unmade bed. Each night, he replayed that final image, Mia's eyes disappearing behind the rain. 5 years of questions, and one word that never left him. Why? In Sedona, he found her boutique on a quiet corner near the Red Cliffs. Glass windows, white letters on the sign, Melissa Carter Desert Finery. Inside, sunlight pooled across linen dresses and silver jewelry. Mia, or Melissa, stood behind the counter, hair shorter now, a smile rehearsed for customers. He didn't walk in right away. He watched from across the street, heart pounding like the night sirens he still heard in dreams. That's when a black sedan pulled up. 2 men in suits stepped out, neat, silent, wrong for a boutique. One handed her an envelope. She signed something quickly, eyes darting toward the glass. When they left, Tyler finally crossed the street. The bell above the door chimed. She froze when she saw him. 5 years collapsed between them, without a sound. Mia, you shouldn't be here. Tyler, neither should you. For a moment, they just stood there. 2 strangers wearing the ghosts of people they used to be. Then she motioned toward the back room, behind a curtain of velvet and dust. She poured 2 glasses of water with trembling hands. Mia, I thought you'd hate me. Tyler, I tried. Didn't work. He asked where she'd gone, how she'd survived. She said she ran until someone found her. Someone who knew more about that bank than either of them. She told him the money wasn't hers anymore. That after the heist, people started looking, not police, not locals, but men who asked the wrong questions with the right amount of cash. They offered her a deal. Return what was taken, disappear, keep quiet. But she didn't return at all. And they never stopped watching. Mia, you think I planned it for us? I didn't. I planned it for them. Tyler didn't understand at first. Then she opened the envelope the man had just delivered. Inside, photographs. Grainy, surveillance stills. One of them showed Tyler walking out of prison. Mia, they know you're here. They never stopped following the money. You were supposed to stay gone. He realized then she hadn't just run from love. She'd been working for the same people who stole from the bank in the first place. Narrator, lower, slower. Outside, the desert wind picked up. Dust blurred the windows, like the world itself didn't want to see what came next. Tyler, so all of it, Mia's, was part of their job? Mia, it was real until it wasn't. He stepped closer. Her eyes welled, not with guilt, but exhaustion. The kind of sorrow that outlives apology. Mia, they promised they'd leave me alone if I delivered the rest. You showing up changes that. Tyler, then give them what's left. She shook her head slowly. Mia, there isn't anything left. The back door bell jingled. Footsteps. The men in suits returned. Mia's voice dropped to a whisper. Whatever happens, don't say a word. They entered calmly, like bankers collecting a debt. No shouting, no threats, just one of them closing the door behind him. Outside, the street remained quiet. A dog barked once, then nothing. Minutes later, the sedan drove away. Inside the boutique, the lights flickered twice, then steadied. When police arrived the next morning, the back room was empty. No blood, no struggle, only 2 glasses of water on the counter, one still half full, fingerprints blurred by condensation. Melissa, was gone. So was Tyler Hayes. Weeks later, an abandoned Chevy van was found on the edge of the Mojave. Inside, a single duffel bag, dust-covered half empty, and tucked beneath it, a photo of a younger Mia, smiling at the camera, Tyler's arm around her. On the back, a note in her handwriting. Some debts you pay with love. The rest with silence. Authorities never confirmed who left that note. The men in suits were never identified. The missing money never recovered. Some believe Tyler and Mia escaped together, trading one cage for another under new names. Others say one of them made a deal the other couldn't live with. But maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe they both got exactly what they wanted. Freedom at a cost too high to count. Love built the plan. Fear pulled the trigger. And somewhere in between, 2 kids disappeared beneath the weight of what they thought was forever.